Okay. Do good, do great, and they talk bad on you. No need, no face, cause they're not factual. I won't stay too long here, I'm just passing through. I might hit the bank and get a bag or two.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Popular Loner here, coming to you with another video. Okay, so real quick, don't forget, now what's this about? Girl, my little astro future, anytime it like pops up, I have to look, I'm sorry. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Don't forget to check the description, of course, for your timestamps for the video, but also, more importantly, for my girl, 80 Rose and her sisters shop the GoodRitual. I am actually using some fabulous polo from her shop, honey. You can't see it, but ingrained on it was success. And that's why I brought it to the reading. I'm like, let's get into it. Blunt messages, real messages, successful, light messages, all about the truth of what we need to know for you guys about your finances. So let me just put this over here. I'm still waking up, honey. Put that in that little hand. I was like, let's think money. Good, bad, and ugly. Let's think money. Because, you know, I'm not here to sugarcoat. The thing about money, girl, I'm going to make a whole rant video. The thing about life, period. But what I will say about money, you know, it's very practical. And yes, we can go into like the spiritual connection to money, which I think is important. But I'm not here to give y'all all like the best, not the best energy, but the bright, shiny, fluffy messages. Because when it comes to finances, there's a certain level of responsibility that you have to have in order to, in my opinion, not only receive the finances, receive that wealth, but maintain it. You know what I'm saying? Financial literacy, period. Okay. So there will be some practical messages here where I deem necessary. So I'm doing this on camera because I've shuffled these, right? I shuffled all three of these piles, put them in their cases, but I'm not really sure. Oh, okay. I guess this will be the order. I was just about to tell y'all, I'm not really sure what I want the order to be, but this is what it is. So let me just tell y'all what we're going to go into, and then we'll get, oh shit, my bad. And then we'll get started. Okay. So some of the questions I'm going to focus on today are, one, describing your financial situation. For those that are stressed, where is and what is the cause of that financial stress? How can you relieve yourself from your current stress? Something you need to learn about money, something you can change about the way you handle money. How can you create a better relationship with money? And then something in your life that is really abundant, and just focusing on what to be thankful for, how to incorporate that. And really, y'all know I go off script. So I'm gonna ask whatever I want to ask on top of that. So yeah, we have three piles here. The first pile is my mini reflective tarot deck. Second pile is going to be the Mystic Mondays tarot. Third pile is going to be the Santa Muerte tarot. Okay, let me just show you for those that want to know. I will go with the first card that I see. This is what the reflective tarot is giving. Yeah, that's what it's giving. We got the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. If you want to pick based off of, you know, the artwork. And let me see what we got going on here. This pile is giving me hella Judgment vibes. For pile 2, Mystic Mondays, one of the cards that I just pulled out. I don't know if it's connected to your reading or not, but just, you know, vibing with the deck. We have the Queen of Wands. Don't y'all love that nail? That's a good nail. Okay. Put that back. And then, ooh, damn. Okay. And then for my pile 3, we have the Santa Muerte. Okay, I haven't used this deck in a long time. Got tired of it for a second. But we're bringing it back. Okay. For pile 3, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So if that's how you guys want to choose, you know, do what you do, it's your world. Okay, bitch. It's your world. P is just living in it. I got these cards over here just falling, so I think that's a sign that I need to use them. They're like my blunt cards. Those that know, you've seen these before. They're like real blunt ass messages, like no shit. So yes, we got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So go ahead, let me move this in for you. Okay, do what you gotta do. Do what needs to be done. Pick intuitively, and I will see you guys at your pile. All right, pile 1. You don't even understand how I literally had to sit back with this pile because it was not making sense to me at first. And I'm learning like different meanings for the cards and stuff. You know, I don't know everything. So I took the time to like accumulate all these notes. And now it is crystal motherfucking clear, okay? And I feel like what I just did, something about that is being encouraged in regards to your regimen when it comes to your finances, your investments, who you invest in, making sure you check credentials, because I do see where there are times where there's a desperation here, where it's like, I need to get this done, I need to get this taken care of. So you might seek services from people without back checking, and then next thing you know, we got to deal with that later because maybe they don't get the job done, or maybe you find out they don't really have the skills that you need necessary. So now what ends up happening? We have to put more money out. But I'm jumping ahead. So what I had to do, I took hella notes. I sat back. I like read what I needed to read, tapped into my intuition. So it was a lot of masculine and feminine energy. Me going out, writing it, seeking it, but then taking in what I can, using my intuition to dissect, and then coming to a very balanced place where I can now read to you guys and make decisions based on what I see in the cards. And I feel like that's what you guys are being asked to do when it comes to your finances, because this pile can get swept up. Now, what I do want to say is, how it was coming through at first, I'm like, okay, like what's wrong? They got it together. They finances is cool. Like, what's going on? But that Lover's card was what triggered me. I'm like, okay, so let me tell y'all what I'm getting. Some of you guys are in fabulous situations when it comes to your money. You're very comfortable, okay? However, as of recent, what I'm seeing as far as like describing your financial situation, there's like a choice. Some of you guys have been thinking about going back to school, learning a skill, getting a certificate. Others of you might be trying to buy a house or a home, a car, and there's like this energy of having to make a choice of this or that, and possibly needing to get certain things together, like your credit, or having to seek out, I don't know. I don't know nothing about what I'm about to say, but I think this will be the right word. Brokers, I guess. Like financial assistance, okay? Also, real quick, watch who y'all go to when y'all do y'all taxes. I know y'all got that cousin that ain't really certified, that it seems like they know what they doing, but please, okay? Because you guys could be getting a better return if you make it's like you put out, right? I get it. You don't want to spend a lot of money, but wouldn't you rather have the job done right so that you don't have to deal with the backlash of it later? But anyway, with this Lover's card, describing your financial situation right now, choices, 8 of Wands. This is the thing. This is the type of pile where I feel like y'all might have been in a very comfortable spot. Y'all could even have to combine your life with someone else's life right now, like a spouse. But that 8 of Wands is tricky, baby. Let me tell you why. Because that Lover's card, to me, there's like this quick need to make a decision when it comes to finances or even career. That 8 of Wands makes it even quicker, okay? It's like this desperate need to get it done, get it taken care of. However, let me go to my notes real quick because there was something I had to say about this. We have the choice, renewal, career changes can happen quickly. Easy to lose track of finances during this time. Some of you guys may have recognized that you lost track of finances. You know what's crazy, you guys? With this pile, there's a lot of having to adapt. So there's a lot of being in a comfortable position, but then boom, you find out that maybe you're about to get laid off from your job, or boom, you find out that your job wants to move you to a different location, or boom, a baby comes and you're like, whoa, wait a second, we were just comfortable, but now it's all these changes and I have to adapt. Or even like boom, oh, I know I want to start a business. I want to learn, I don't know, tarot, Reiki. So I have to put money into certain certificates. I'm finding out like what I need, and it's overwhelming. I got to go back to school. It's a lot of that. So it's almost like this disruption that has came that I just want to tell you is really going to provide you a lot of get back if you do this correctly, like going to school. It's definitely leading you to this Ten of Pentacles energy for sure, but it's a little bit stressful, you know? It almost reminds me, okay, I'll talk about a little bit about myself so you guys can kind of pinpoint it to your situation. That Lovers card and that Eight of Wands for myself, it reminds me of when I was trying to make decisions based on what I wanted to do with my career. There's a lot of excitement, possibly even a lot of discomfort, because I'm trying to leave one thing to go into another. I don't really know how it's gonna work out. I didn't open the can of worms because now I have to figure out, okay, who do I gotta talk to? What do I need to do? For example, before I wanted to get out and before like my medical retirement, I was like, okay, maybe I just want to retrain. Those that are in the military, I'm like, maybe I just want to retrain. So now I have to find out what I need to do. However, what was occurring here, and some of y'all might resonate with what I'm about to say, is I had no desire to do what it is that I was doing with the job based on spiritual beliefs and just what it was doing to my mind and what I was looking at all the time. I just had no desire. I was like, I do not fucking want to do this. I don't care if the money's good. I don't care, because the type of job I had, I could work for the CIA. I could like really go there with that job. Like, I mean, I still got my clearance, so it's fine. But still, I was like, I don't even want to do that shit. Like, I don't care. Fuck all of that. I don't like how this makes me feel emotionally. So now I start to put in action, oh, I got to start making changes. Because in the military, we have certain time frames. Now, see, I'm about to get deep. Just stay with me, y'all. We have certain time frames to be able to achieve certain things, whether it's to promote or if you want to like palace chase. That means like, you know, I think it's to go to like the guard or reserve. There's like certain deadlines. It's almost like if you work corporate and if you want to go for a different position, you find out, oh, the deadline is in November, and you're like, damn. Okay, so the deadline's in November, what do I need? And they're like, okay, well, you need to get this together. We need this resume. We need you to have this certificate. And you're like, fuck, I'm scrambling, right? But there's like an excitement about this. There's an excitement here, but I feel like what happens with this pile when it comes to finances and career, once you find out how much comes with the change, whether it's you want to invest in your business, whether it's you want to get a house, whatever it is, honey, it's like once you find out what goes into that, you be like, damn. Damn, because this pile, y'all underestimate yourself. You guys are very smart, okay? You guys are very smart. But some of you guys are so smart, it's like, what do they say? Too smart for your own good, because you start to overthink things. And I feel like that is when you start to doubt whether you even have the capabilities to earn whatever it is that you need, whether you have the like credentials. There's a lot of doubt here of like, maybe I just shouldn't go for this. So back to what I was saying before I move ahead. So I'm scrambling and stuff. And then, you know, you got the whole, well, shit, do I want to do this? Because if I do this now, you know, oh, let me say this. Okay, boom. So I did not like the job. So when you don't like a job, people know it's hard to fucking try to stay up at a job that you don't fucking like. And then it's like with the, like, I don't like to fail. Okay. Like, I don't like to fail. I like to do my best. Even if I'm like wanting to fail, I still end up trying to do my best. It's like this whole, like, it's a real big, like, conflict that I be having with myself. But I did not like the job. But I knew if I wanted to retrain, I had to keep myself in a certain professional position where I was still achieving what I needed to, so that I could, you know, once I want to go up to try to retrain or get a certain position, you know, I have certain stuff under my belt. Because the worst thing you could do if you're trying to promote or put yourself in a better position in life is start slacking where you are. But then it's like, okay, fuck. You know, of course I don't want to slack, but I also don't like what the fuck I do. So it's like I can't win for losing. So there's a lot of like having to bring back balance. And now that I'm looking at y'all card, y'all see the Six of Wands? We got the 6. We got another 6. We also have this 8 of Pentacles. It's a lot of like dividing, and there's a lot of 6s here. So what I will say is there's a lot of incorporation around trying to bring things back into balance. Y'all are going to be good in the long run. I will say that. Like, whoever is in this pile, you guys are meant to be successful. Some of you guys have Leo in would it be your 10th house? Some of you guys have Leo in your 10th house. But I really do feel like this pile is meant to be successful. So whoever you are, whether you are corporate or whether you have your own like self-made business, lessons that you're gonna learn during this fucking lifetime have to revolve around adaptation, especially for my business owners. Those that own businesses, y'all already know it's a whirlwind in itself. You're gonna take losses, you're gonna have big gains, and you have to learn how to flow through without getting too hasty. For example, this type of energy, you guys have ability to get money. Like, how do I want to say this? Like, whoever you are, you can accumulate money, like big lump sums of money. However, it's what you do with that. Just because you get it doesn't mean you have to spend it all willy-nilly. Okay, it's almost like that's the type of line that we end up crossing, you know, overdoing it, okay? Not being more tempered with our decisions and finances. Or for some of us, you know, when you experience a loss, you might hit rock bottom. So what do? Now we're getting real thirsty, oh, I gotta find this, I gotta find assistance, I gotta do this. And then we're not fact checking people. You know, this could even be like hopping in on schemes, okay? I don't know why I just thought of is it called Forex? I don't know. And I don't know if that's legitimate or not, but it's almost like getting so desperate to the point where we start to kind of go against our morals. Not that I'm judging, honey, because you do what you gotta do, but this could be going into scamming, like a Ponzi scheme, things that later on, when you look back at it, you're like, fuck, I put so much money into that, and if I would have just like took the time to kind of beat through the storm and hit my rock bottom and just, you know, sit there for a second without having this dramatic blow up moment, I would be better off now. There's a lot of that here. Ooh, we getting deep. So let me tell y'all. With this Lovers card and this Eight of Wands, because, honey, we're about to really get into it. This is actually, like, really good. Going next. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at my phone to try to, like, tap in with this spread. So when I asked, why are you guys currently under financial stress? We have the High Priestess and we have the Strength card in reverse. This, to me, means that some of you guys are actually lacking a certain skill. Like, for example, you want to be a nurse, but, you know, we still got to go to college, okay? Or you want to do a trade, but you still got to go, you know, get whatever they do for trades. I don't know, like get your certificate. It's almost like this energy of I want to do more, but I don't have it. Like, I don't have what I need to obtain what it is that I want. And that could be an issue for some of you guys, because if you do want to go to school, some of y'all just don't, you're like, damn, I got to do all that. But you know, this is what comes with what you want. It's like, do you want this end goal of the 10 of Pentacles or do you not? Y'all have to make the decision to be like, okay, this is what I got to do, and accept the, I don't want to say the consequences, but the repercussions that come with it. With whatever you guys are trying to achieve, money will have to be put out, which is why we should be less impulsive with our spending right now, pile one, because y'all have a tendency to be a little bit impulsive. Y'all could get it quick and y'all could spend it quick. That's giving me some Sagittarius second house energy, even though we don't have that in here. But anyway, with this High Priestess and this Strength card too, some of you guys, it's a confidence thing. All right. Like, for example, and I'm just going to use this just a regular example. Some of you guys want to start your own spiritual businesses, and you have to make a choice on whether maybe you want to leave your corporate job to go over into something else, or maybe just the simple choice of, okay, I'm going to do this. But when you compare yourself with that High Priestess, when you start to compare yourself to other people, what they got going on, what this channel is doing, what this person has going on, you become in this place where you don't feel optimistic about your own capabilities. You don't feel like you have what it takes to make it happen. That is an issue, okay? That is an issue. That is causing stress. So wherever this lack of strength is, this lack of knowing, that's where the stress is. So it's like, how can we come out of that? What is it for y'all? Is it a confidence thing? Do we need to dive back into our own desires? Are we a little confused on what we desire? I also feel like this pile has a tendency to output a lot of energy towards other people, maybe even financially. Maybe you guys are a caregiver. There's a lot of like putting things out, or even investments. It's like, where are you investing right now? The best way that you guys can like heal yourself or like just resolve whatever this stress is, even if it's just emotional, is by one, pulling back your energy where you need to, okay? Six of Pentacles and the Hangman. Hangman is in reverse. That talks to me about sacrifices. This is less of we're just sitting back thinking about what we want to do, and we're actually taking action. It's not impulsive action. It's very methodical, and it's very logical. Is that the right word? Methodical. Did I use that right? I think I did. Ooh, ooh. It's very methodical and it's very logical. It's very calculated. It's not necessarily slow, but it's slow. But not in the way we're just like tiptoeing. It's more of a, okay, I'm taking steps, but I'm making sure that I'm taking responsible steps, okay? I'm being responsible. So at the end of the day, this is where you got to get real with yourself, pile one. Where do you need to just be like, okay, this is an issue. I gotta pull back. Or is it with subscriptions? You got subscriptions that you know you don't have no business having right now? Are you over there subscribed to Patreon and you know you don't have the funds right now? No, but for real. Or is this like a, there's a lot of, let me tell you, there's a lot of sitting back. Having a desire, and this has been something that's been irking me. Having a desire, but not really pushing forward to go get it. I'm sorry, I know that came out aggressive, but there's a reason why it irks me, but it's really not, I don't really need to talk about it here, but let me tell you. It's like a lot of thoughts, fantasies, what you want to do. The Pisces energy too, 12th house, we do got the number 12 here with the temple path. There's a lot of like escapism and maybe even a lot of fantasizing about your desires. And it's like, when are we going to actually put that shit into motion? And if you're like, well, damn, P, it's a lot that goes into it. Okay, so how can we get that a lot? How can we get to it? What do we need to do? It doesn't have to be done in a day, but who do you need to talk to? What legwork can you do right now? Where is your energy going that it's like, it's just not needed right now? For example, like if you're trying to build your own business, but you're also trying to help Tina and Bob, and you know, you got your family over here, they got drama, they calling you all the time, distracting you, or even just the fact that maybe you want to go to school and it's just like, fuck, oh, like this. Some of you guys might want to go to school. And it would require you to probably have to leave your job because you're like, well, what I want to do, I want to be an expert in what I do. And I feel like if I am doing nursing and studying that, I'm not going to be able to have a job or maybe even play a sport, whatever that is for those that might be in college. So it's like, okay, well, you know that, so let's get to it. It's real shit. This is the type of energy that's uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie to you. This is very blunt. This is very get to it. And the reason why I'm talking to y'all like this is because this is my pile that's meant for long-term, big-ass success, whether it's, like I said, corporate or whether it's with your business. You are meant to be in a comfortable position where you're able to feed yourself, really like feed your lifestyle. And if you guys have kids, it's not supposed to be stressed. I mean, there is stress here with the come up, but this is only putting into this 10 of Pentacles. You guys are meant to be very, I don't even want to just say wealthy, but it is giving wealthy, successful, comfortable. You're not meant to be struggling. Now, anyway. Let me see if there's something else I want to touch on. With this Hangman and the Six of Pentacles, I have to harp on this a little bit. I don't know why I'm getting this, but somebody here, your investments, it's like we need to look back at our investments and be like, is that worth it right now? It's not to say don't take risk on investments, because I did see in some areas, but it's like, it's not just an impulsive, I just did that because it seemed like the right thing to do. It's not a decision made from a fight or flight type of feeling. It's a decision that's made from a very clear, poised place, okay? It's very, the energy is stable. You feel very comfortable. You got exactly what you need. You're moving at a steady pace to the point where it's very hard for you to trip at this pace. It's not like you just came out the door running. You have time to see what's in front of you. It's like when you're on the track, okay? You might start running, you trip over a rock, you didn't see it because you're moving too fast. But when you take the time to step, walk in front of you, look around, you're just doing this leisurely walk, you have time to like see everything. You see when someone might be on the track next to you where you need to move over. You see what might be on the ground. You see all that shit. Whew, girl. So somebody here, y'all gotta watch who y'all ask to be a part of what you got going on. Collaborations, who you want to do business with, who you ask to do your taxes, who you ask to be your financial advisor. Because there's a lot of penny pinching energy here where it's like, well, I don't really got the funds, so I'm gonna just go to wherever is cheapest. Or maybe there's just this energy of cutting corners. Some of y'all might have money, but you still might be frugal. And I get it. But at the end of the day, there's a way to make decisions so that you could save money, but also making smart decisions. Some of the decisions that I'm seeing being made here, it's like y'all end up like really paying for it later. Like I said, it's scamming type of energy. Y'all might get scammed. Be careful of that. Maybe even investments with where you put your money right now, if you're into stocks, all of that. And I won't harp on it too long because I do know everybody's situation is going to be different. I do also feel for those that are like, there's just a lot of people involved. Come back to what you need, you know, with your passions. What is it that you desire? You shouldn't have to put that on hold for other people. Now, I do understand if you are a caretaker or, a caregiver, it might be a little bit different. And I will say for someone who is a caregiver, okay, use your intuition. I was getting with this Queen of Cups that if there is anything right now that is causing a hectic energy on you, that is really putting you in a bad space mentally, where it's causing you to have to sacrifice those that you love in order to move ahead, and it's not for like, it's not in a good way, there might be a need to pull back, okay? Like there might be a need to have honest communication about how this isn't working out at a specific job, maybe even going out. Some of y'all don't like to have help. It's like financial aid, seeking that, okay? Seeking aid, because there's something here that could actually help you guys so that there's not such a heavy burden on y'all. But it's like, we gotta go seek it out. I get it, it's overwhelming, but there's tuition assistance, there's loans, like good ones, okay? There's actual good get back here that you will find if you just take the time to seek it out without rushing into something crazy, okay? Instead of rushing, it's like, no, let's make sure that we go to somebody that could get the job done. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Give me a second. There was something else I wanted to say. Yeah, this is another thing. Some of y'all, like, it really is coming down to really being like, damn, like I probably shouldn't have bought that. You know, wasteful spending. We got to do more budgeting here with this Six of Pentacles, and just more responsible decisions. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm really not worried about y'all because it seems like y'all get money. Like y'all, it seems like y'all get money. Y'all have a lot of talents and skills, and you could get it back. You've had some like blow ups before, but there's like this path that I feel like your spiritual team is like, but we can actually have you in a more stable position if you learn how to be more responsible with your time, money, career choices. Like, we get it. You're very resilient. You could bounce back. We get it. But we want you to start building. We don't want you to just like fall down, right? Like fall from a, let's say you have a tower moment and then you fall to the Ace of Pentacles and then you build yourself back up to the Nine of Pentacles. They're like, that's fine and all, but we want to take you 22 on the clock. We want you to be able to, like, if you do fall back, actually, yeah, they don't want the bounce back to just be a Nine of Pentacles. They want the bounce back to be to a Ten of Pentacles. Or if you do fall back, it's not going from a A to Z. It's going from just a 10 to a 9. It's like you always have a cushion. You always have a cushion for the pushing, okay? Saving your money, putting money aside, building a savings account is going to be big for this pile. Okay, especially if you plan on taking risk with your business in the future, or if you're just trying to calculate a risk, honey, or if you're just trying to start something that you know is going to build money over time. Financial help, loan, scholarship, assistance. Okay, boom, boom. We talked about that. So let's go into this Knight of Pentacles, honey. Something that you need to learn about money. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is here, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. I was like, damn, okay. So to me, what that's coming down to is slow, methodical, logical, steady decisions and energy, okay? Knight of Pentacles, this person is not thirsty to make a move. This person knows what they have to offer. They know that they will find, like this Knight of Pentacles, they know that they're going to get to where they're going. They know that. So they're not in a rush. They don't feel like they have to do anything too hasty. They're just moving and cruising with the trust that they know they're going to get what they need, okay? So you don't have to feel so rushed. If you guys are feeling super rushed right now, like, I get it. Y'all might be on time crunch. I get it. But please do not make any hasty decisions right now. Because if you take the time, look at things from a different perspective, planning, organizing, talking to people that have the right credentials, okay? Making sure you go places or put your finances into things that are very reflective of your own morals and what you want goal-wise, it's going to be great for you. So let me just keep going. Yeah, that's another thing. For those of you that have businesses, you know, stop lowballing yourself. Don't feel like you have to lowball yourself just because everybody else wants you to cut your prices. That's not doing nothing for you. There's a lot of like, you guys are very giving and you guys can be swayed. Although you're very powerful, you guys can be swayed to cut corners for people. This is not the time, you know, slow and steady. If you got to build accordingly and then kind of build a certain clientele that's going to meet your expectations as far as what you're charging, then it's just going to take time. That's just what comes with it. You're just going to lowball yourself because you want to please everybody? Nah, it don't work like that. Well, not for me, it don't. Some of you guys, y'all have certain products and skills that you already have that require more pay. And if other people are not wanting to give into that, that doesn't mean that you have to necessarily change and fall down to their level. It just means that it might be time to up the standards, up the price, and go to where you're respected and where your pinnacle can actually be appreciated. Because I see there's a place, okay? Yeah, some of you guys, if you have a business, you might be being called to move to a different area that like is really supportive of what you do. There's like a certain clientele base and a certain something that will support your needs, and it's not lowballing you, okay? Let me keep it going. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Practical, reliable, slow and steady, hard-working, committed, okay? Whatever you guys want at this Ten of Pentacles is, you know, I'm hearing like this is almost reminding me of an energy of someone who might have been in high school and they never had to study, but then they get to college and it's like, whoa, I actually have to study. Like, we get it. Pile one. Y'all could get to it. Y'all could get it fast. We get it. But in regards to what it is that you want at this time, this end goal, this Ten of Pentacles, understand that this is a building slowly type of situation. Just because things don't move super fast like what you're used to does not mean you are failing. It's meant to go like this. This is like a slow build, okay? Whatever financial wealth you want is not something that's just going to come overnight. It's like a slow build. Now, let me say that again. Not even just what you want financially. What you want financially long term, you know, because a short term, I see y'all could get it and lose it. But like long term stability, what y'all want is going to take time. So why are we rushing? Let's make sure we do it right instead of just rushing the process. Reliability, loan, that was giving me credit. Money and opportunities are always going to come to this pile, okay? Just understand that there's always going to be money and opportunities. Money's not going nowhere. So it's just like no rush. Looks for answers, committed to patience, not making decisions from a blind point of view. That's what I'm seeing with that. Now moving forward. Sorry, y'all, gotta keep going back into my phone to look at this spread. Now, something that you need to learn about money. We talked about that with the Knight of Pentacles. Now, something you can change about the way you handle money. So we got the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the King of Cups. I'm sorry, not the Queen of Pentacles. We got the Queen of Cups, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Cups. I really feel like some of you guys are putting your emotions on the back burner to please other people, and it's time to make the right decision for yourself. For real, okay? Also, when it says something I can change about the way I handle money, let me just read to you what I have here. We have lack of quality, rushed, bad reputation, mediocrity, low skill, dead end. Okay, that's what that Eight of Pentacles in reverse is giving me, okay? If you want to be in a better position, you're just going to have to pull your weight. Period, point blank. And let me see what else I was getting from that. Both of those Queen of Cups and those King of Cups does talk about compassion, control, balance, making large purchases, but from a cautious and logical place, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. It's like, let me see how I can say this. How you can create a better relationship with money is just understanding. I don't know if y'all put like a heavy ass importance on money to the point where it affects just how like flighty you can be with it. Let me pause this. We're at 29 minutes. I don't know, like this. Now this is where we go into that spiritual like back in the day, maybe like parental stuff. Like, I don't know if there's just this way that you see money to where, I don't want to say it's a lack mentality, but there's something that I feel like can cause this pile to move so fast, get impulsive. You might have money and be comfortable, but it's like if it drops just a couple dollars, we're like, no, we have to do this, we have to get it together, we have to. And there's just like this energy of having a healthier mindset with how you view money, because money's not going anywhere, okay? Money is not going anywhere. Having compassion with yourself. Let me think on this one real quick. Girl, my fucking handwriting is so crazy. I feel like there's like a more tempered, I think that's what it is. I might be overcomplicating it. I think it's really just coming down to like, how can you create a better relationship with money is like changing how you view money. Like, how do you view it? And coming out of a place where you feel so hasty. Like, you don't want the money to control you. You want you to control the money. I also feel like there's something here that you and your partner, if that does resonate, because we got the Lovers here and then we got these two people here. There's something here. There's like a meeting of the minds when it comes to the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy. I also think that, I don't know if this pile, some of you guys have a hard time being at a low point. And I get it, you know, very ambitious energy, but instead of you seeing like a certain loss as like, oh my gosh, end of the world, just understand that it's just a part of this wheel of fortune. It's just a part of life. It's not there to keep you down. It's there to help you learn certain tools so that you can rise back up. You're always going to rise back up, pile one, okay? So there's something with that Eight of Pentacles that I think I'm not getting. Let me just see here. Let me ask, girl. Why the Eight of Pentacles in reverse for how they can create a better relationship with money? I do feel like you're being called, although there's a balance between the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. That Eight of Pentacles did, look at this. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and now we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the Six of Pentacles was over here upright, and that was for 3. Let me look at this. How can I relieve myself? Better decisions, okay? How can I create a better relationship with money? There's something here about how you spend money, and it's going to be very particular to whoever I'm talking to. Like, you have to really dive into what is your relationship? How do you view money? Does money validate you? Do you spend money to try to keep up with the Joneses? Is it too impulsive? Are there better decisions that we could be making? There's something going on here. Ace of Swords. Very distinct, very clear energy. Damn. Whatever this is that I'm picking up on, some of you guys have a hard time, what's the word I want to say? It's almost like there's a hard time facing the facts of whatever this is. You guys can really wear yourself out. I feel like being in an energy where you're more in an abundance, it's like you're doing the action and you're taking the action. Of course, we have the King of Cups there. But it's like some of you guys have really become like a slave to the money, low-key. And you guys can get really burnt out. And there's just an easier way that you guys can go about moving through this energy. That is not so rushed. That is not so fight or flight. It's balanced. That's better for like your emotions. There's something emotionally. There's like a change that needs to be made emotionally. Some of you guys, if you ever have a loss after going through a period where your ego is just so strong due to finances, there's like a detachment that I feel like Spirit is trying to do for y'all around money and how it validates you. So y'all might have some really humbling experiences that happen. And it could be changing your perspective, because some of you guys have a very deeply ingrained perspective on money and finances, maybe due to parents and what you saw growing up, and it causes you to move a certain way now that might not be that serving for most of you, okay? Woo! Now, where you are abundant, I just want to let y'all know, you guys are very smart. Y'all got the King of Swords. Trust that you have the skills that you need in order to make the right decisions. And if you don't have certain skills, trust that you are competent enough to go out there and get to it. Like, this is not a failing energy, okay? King of Swords, you got to bring it back into your power. You guys are very powerful. You guys are very respected. And you guys have major capabilities and talents that will get you ahead, especially analytical skills, okay? You guys have very high standards. Ooh, give me 1 second. Oh. You guys have a lot of blessed energy around you. Whatever battles you go through are going to be resolved, okay? Whatever pitfalls you have, you're going to rise times 10, okay? And that's something that's very abundant around you. Also, your experiences that you've been through already. Some of you guys are already openly successful to people, like people view you. You may struggle in certain areas, but I don't think a lot of people see that. They see you as successful. So if you feel like you got to keep up with the Joneses in any way, you guys don't really have to, because people already see you as very successful. And I feel like with whatever it is that you're seeking in order to assist you, whatever with those situations we talked about, trust that you're going to meet the right people. You guys have skills that I feel like y'all haven't tapped into yet. Y'all don't give yourself enough credit. There's a certain level of discipline that you guys have that will help you move ahead. You just got to apply it and get back into your bag, literally, okay? Now, also with this tempo path, I feel like going back to that, I just feel like there's this real big energy around, let us please, okay, ground our ideas. When it comes to opportunities, there's a lot of, like, I don't want to say once in a lifetime opportunities, but there's a lot of destiny coming through here. But destiny doesn't have to be always just good. It could be like these pitfalls that you go through, these ups and these downs. It's all putting you in a position with this 10 of Pentacles to where you will thrive. I feel like someone that has a very thriving business, like, they've probably been through a lot. And once you go through things, you learn certain skills and, like, you almost get your own little band-aid, your own little customized band-aid that you could put on top of a certain situation. It's almost like a protocol, like, kit. You're prepared. The only way to prepare someone is for them to go through certain storms sometimes. What's that quote? An experienced sailor. Let me see, girl. Let me get that quote out, because that's going to be the one and done right there. Experienced sailor. Sailor quote. Oh, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. You guys are meant to be skilled with that 10 of Pentacles, okay? Like, it's well beyond the 3 of Pentacles, where we already kind of got into our expert. And then that 9 of Pentacles, it's like up there, okay? So you guys are meant for that. We do have this 2 of Wands and this 8 of Wands. Someone will have some opportunities here that may require them to have to move, go to school, traveling opportunities, traveling social worker, traveling nurse. And this could even just be traveling up in regards to what it is you learn, like traveling upwards, gaining new energy, gaining new experiences. There are certain experiences that this pile will have to go through so that they can have a brand new perspective and be on top. Like, that's what the fuck I'm seeing for y'all, like, real shit. So let me just get y'all one more pile or one more card. You guys will have many moments where you'll be progressing, and then you'll be pushed back to kind of be in a hermit mode, and then you'll be brought back out to, like, bust out with this full energy. Okay, it's like that Virgo and that Aquarius type of vibe. Any other messages from my pile 1? Man, we got deep. I was not expecting that, y'all. We have curiosity. And then what else? Okay, and creativity. You want one more? For pile 1, what else needs to come out? All right, perfect. So let me talk about it. So we have curiosity. There is so much knowledge surrounding this decision you need to make. However, there are more options you have not yet considered. Slow down and the right opportunity will present itself. Period. We talked about it, bitch. We talked about it. Creativity. There are ways of dealing with this situation without giving away your power. Think of creative methods in which you can be heard and maintain your dignity. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you take a minute to slow the fuck down, okay? Anger. Even though you are bursting inside, you need to remain calm. Dig deep and find the strength to activate your self-control that lies within you. Okay, and one more. Self-love. Self-love is not egotistical. It shows you and others that you are worthwhile and deserve love in all its many forms. Some of you guys are going to be separating from some, I don't know, some jobs, some people, something here, because it's a lot of like, I don't feel appreciated here, so I'm gonna go over here. And when I asked about like, is y'all money good right now, we have the sun, so there's a lot of abundance around y'all already. It's just capitalizing off of that in the right way where it's not so hasty, okay? So yes, pile 1, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments. All right, pile 2. I love this for y'all. It's gonna start off a little rocky because there's different situations, but honey, trust and believe. Once we get to the end of the spread and, you know, I talk about like how you can kind of shift your perspective, honey, you guys are gonna be golden. So let me get back into the energy because, honey, I didn't cook me some breakfast. I ain't ate it yet, but I cooked me some breakfast. I didn't watch the whole reunion, Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let me just get back into this really quick. So some of you guys are tired, like you're really tired, okay? You have accomplished something, whether it be a degree, whether it be finally moving out of your parents' house, whether it be finally going off to college, or even if it's the aspiration to do such things, right? It's a lot, okay? And I just feel like you guys are in this place where, when I think of the Four of Wands being where you're at right now financially, the Four of Wands to me doesn't really tell me an amount of money that you guys have right now. It just tells me that you guys are in this place of reaching some sense of stability that I feel like you guys really should give yourself more credit. Like wherever you're at right now, I'm not gonna lie, with this Page of Swords being in reverse, I am getting some salty feelings, okay? Some of you guys are having, I don't know, it's almost like you guys are looking too much around. For some, it's a lot of looking around, comparing. It's a lot of, well, they got this, why don't I have this? Or there's just this energy like you just did the most to achieve a certain goal. You finally did it. It's almost like when you move. It's like you finally moved, but now you're in this new area. Now you kind of don't know, like you feel like you're just put in this random spot. You just got a degree and it's like, oh, that's fabulous. But now I gotta what? I gotta start, would it be an internship? Like I see that for some of you guys. Some of you guys are definitely in the process of going through an internship. And I feel like as long as it took you guys to get to this point, a lot of you guys are just like, oh, like I feel great. Thank you. I'm so glad I accomplished this. But damn, I just wish we were at the end. Like, when does it end? And that's the thing, pile 1. In regards to whoever you are, your goals are very big. Whatever your goals are, it seems like it's very long term. It seems like it's very, this is not something that you're just going to be able to rush or like cut corners with. Like it's going to take time. And I just keep hearing Rome wasn't built in a day. Some of you guys, I can see where some of y'all have just recently graduated. And it's like you're expecting everything to just be boom. Like, yeah, I just graduated. I'm expecting to be a doctor, have my own practice. I'm expecting to be making millions or whatever. Some of you guys have just recently opened up a business with this Four of Wands. Sorry, I'm adjusting my little heating pad. Some of you guys just opened up a business and it's like, finally, we got that off the ground. But here we are. Here we are with the doubt. Here we are with the comparisons. And I feel like this is just a sidebar before we get into y'all spread. You know, ask yourself if that does resonate, y'all. And I can do this too. It's like once upon a time, what you got now was what you was asking for, pleading for, okay? You guys are coming into this place where you're starting to really build off of this sense of independence with this 4 and this 5 equaling this 9. But it's just like, do some of you guys achieve something And then as soon as you achieve it, it's like, okay, what's next? Girl, that's gonna be y'all biggest downfall. As far as movement with finances, career, that is gonna be y'all biggest downfall. Not being able to take in what you have achieved and falling into a place of comparison or like doubting yourself or basically wanting somebody else's opportunities. It's real bitter energy, okay? That is gonna be a major downfall for this pile. I'm already seeing that where you're at right now, there's this Four of Wands energy. Some of you guys are just now moving, because I keep thinking of my friend who's gonna be moving to a different city. It's like some of you guys are just now moving, and it's like that was a big accomplishment, regardless of who thinks it's big or not. It's like y'all gotta start respecting yourself. You gotta be like, damn, put some respect on this, because having this woe is me type of energy where you're always trying to match up to everybody else's expectations, or you're always putting these heavy ass limitations on yourself, that's gonna keep you in this Five of Cups energy. It's just this lack mentality. It's a lot of like, damn, I should be farther. So the fuck what? Like, some of you guys are older in age, and maybe you just recently got your degree, and you know, you might feel like, because the way this energy is coming through, traditionally it's feeling like someone who might be in their early 20s that's going for a, you know, they're going to college, and you know, they're just now experiencing the energy, or like just somebody in their 20s. Like anybody that is in their 20s, you know, oh girl, me, you already know that shit be like, honey, it be crazy. The 20s is crazy. I don't know about the other ages, but I know the 20s, honey, they be a little crazy. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna pause y'all real quick, 1 moment. Okay, yeah, girl, the 20s be crazy. But this could also be like, because I'm thinking about my grandma. She had went back to college in her later years, in her more mature years. My mom, she had took a break and then went back for, I believe, her master's degree. So it's like, no matter what age you are, no matter where everybody around you that's the same age as you or in your community is, it's like, fuck all of that. I have to start off with that. It's a lot of like, can we please look at what we have accomplished and be glad in it? Oh my gosh, not me thinking of the song that we used to sing in Sunday school. And be glad in it. So let's take it from the top. I had to write some notes. You know, P is also sprucing up her tarot skills. You know, career can sometimes be tricky for your girl. So I feel like this. For others of you, I do feel with this Four of Wands and this Page of Swords, as far as where you're at right now financially. In a nutshell, a lot of you guys are in a process of rebuilding from hard work. Like I said, you might be on your way to an internship, or maybe you just moved to a new place. You're getting acclimated at a new job, in a new position, and you know, you might not feel that comfortable. It's crazy because I see you guys having a lot of support. So this could be like, maybe you guys move to a certain place in like the work setting, like the people are very supportive. Maybe you have really supportive coworkers, or some of you guys, maybe you feel like damn, okay, so let me talk about the situations. I'm getting a new job for some of you guys, but I'm also getting where some of you have like, maybe something happened. Did you have to like downsize your house? Did you have to move back in with your parents? There might be something that has occurred here for some of you that feels like you took a little bit of a backslide with this Six of Cups and this Five of Cups. Okay, but like I said, it's gonna be different for everybody. Overall, I see you guys being in a place where, you know, things are not necessarily like terrible, but they could be better, okay? There is a sense of stability here. It's just, I don't think y'all are feeling it. You're like, I want better. Like, I don't want to live with my mom no more. Even if I have to right now because of what happened, I don't want to live here no more. Or like, even though I was fighting so hard for that divorce or to separate from that job, you know, I don't want to feel like this right now. I don't care if I started a new job in a new position and I'm about to have some new opportunities. Like, I just don't want to feel like this. There's change here, okay? Some change is occurring. There could be some sense of not feeling content. And I just feel like wherever you're being supported right now, there's a lot with this pile about changing how you see what's going on, okay? So if you have great coworkers right now, focus on the good. And I know that might sound very like, oh, I'm so tired of that, but no, like for real, like super serious. If you got good coworkers, focus on that. If you have a healthy marriage, but other areas of your life or might not be the greatest, focus on that. There's a lot of like, you might feel down and out, but there's so many blessings around you that you're not even able to comprehend because of your mindset. So, oh, like I said, I've been trying to spruce up. Did I tell y'all I'm trying to spruce this up? So I'm gonna read off of this, what I wrote. I'm getting some new atmosphere, some new friends, trying to bond with new environments. Now this right here with this Page of Swords, for some of you guys, where you're at with your finances, like I said, going back to that rebuilding real quick, some of you guys have some past energy that's coming through, that's sneaking up on that ass. And if that makes sense, depending on who you are, you'll have to kind of figure out how this will apply to your situation. But if you have past debt, things in collections, like it's almost like something that's following you. I feel like there's something that you can do here, or speak to someone, or get something taken care of. I don't know if it's getting it expunged. I don't know. There's something here that I feel like follows you. And if you could take the time to set in a plan or do something to try to get that down, it would really help in the finance department. Like I said, if we're just talking about like random examples that I can think of right now, I'm thinking of like a debt somewhere, collections, something on your record. Some of you guys might be retaking classes. I could see that too. Like someone might not have done that great trying to go after, I'm gonna be naming a lot, y'all, but someone might not have done so great when they were first going for a specific practice. Like maybe you were going for nursing, but I don't know, chemistry just wasn't your thing, or you had to retake statistics. There's a lot of like understanding that you're gonna prevail from this. So don't feel some type of way if you have to like kind of, you know, redo that portion, or if it feels like it's taking a little longer than usual. Now let me slow my thoughts down, girl, because honey, woo. And that's the thing, like y'all want to move so fast, but isn't it crazy how life always seems to kind of slow you down? It's not that like life, God, it's not that God wants you to just be stagnant. No, it's like with this Knight of Wands, this Hierophant, you guys are headed to an area where there's a lot of power, there's a lot of authority, responsibility, especially if you guys have a business or you're trying to get a certain like degree, doctoral, master's, associates, whatever the fuck it is, girl. Okay, some of you guys are broadcasters. I keep seeing this one girl I know who does like reports. What do they call them? Would it be a broadcaster? She does like reports. Anyway, some of you guys have really big, like, I want to do some big shit, and it's just not something that could be rushed. If you rush this, honey, you're not gonna be anybody that is even worthy of being put on the map. Yeah, I'm blunt like that. This is a type of energy that it's like a, how do I want to say it? It has like a honey type of drip, but it's just like, you don't want to speed this up. This Hierophant, this King of Swords, like they have like credentials, like they have a past. There's a lot that went into this energy becoming the Hierophant, the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, reaching this place of the world. There's a lot of that. The Emperor, come on. Yeah, can't cut corners with this one. So let me keep going, girl. So when I asked, all right, I'm back. So when I asked financial, like issues that you may be having financially, or just where is your financial stress, I feel like, I'm sorry, unless you guys have some past debt, I really do feel like this is a mentality type of thing. It's like a lot of you guys just don't feel like you're in the best place, and you guys can get really down on yourselves. This could be my overachiever pile, my very ambitious pile. And I get it. Y'all have been doing hella work. I see it with the Ten of Wands over there. And I gotta be honest, it's not just gonna stop, okay? This is a part of the journey. It's less of like, because I'm not gonna lie, the hard work is still gonna have to be there with this pile, because I do feel like you guys are going for some like big shit. Like I said, trying to have a franchise, or like a doctoral degree, or a doctorate degree, girl, you know what I'm trying to say. It's like, this takes time. So if we could switch our perspective, instead of trying to rush everything, and be open to the experience that comes with whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whether it be financially or even career-wise, you guys will be in such a better place where we will be less pessimistic and more like, okay, yeah, this is all playing a part in sprucing up my talents, my gifts. This is going to be more under my belt, and just really trusting that Everything that you're doing is not going to be for no reason. You will get to that end destination. So there's no need to rush, because rushing is actually what's going to put this pile back, okay? It's going to do more harm than good. Now, whoever I'm talking to, like, girl, I'm about to really go in on this pile. Not in a bad way, but there's just a lot of different scenarios. When I asked about like some financial stresses here, some of you guys just feel like y'all don't have support. For others of you, like, you'll have to kind of, because I know I said some of y'all have really good co-work support, but it's almost giving me this. Someone, let's say you started a business. There could be strangers that provide you this Four of Wands support more than your family. It's like the people closest to you don't really support you. They might abandon you, you know, they might not really show up. I don't know, like, this could be financial help. Some of you guys could have been getting some type of financial help and it gotten taken away. And there's a lot of having to fend for self or just really having to do it on your own. Others of you, you could have recently lost a job, and you know that same message applies. Like, I'm trying to pick up the pieces. What I will say, advice for that, any of you that are making changes, just know that was meant to happen, because you're meant to be put in a better position. Their changes are here. So whatever has occurred that you are starting to get, you know, well, for those that have went through a loss, whatever you had to walk away from, one, congratulate yourself, but two, just know this is about to be, this is the major key to this Hierophant, King of Swords, and this World card, okay? Great achievement. Now, with that Six of Cups, another thing with this pile, and I think this is why, okay, when it comes to y'all finances, I'm really going to be talking to y'all about mindset, because a lot of you might feel like you don't have the credentials, or you don't have the skills necessary to make what you want at this time to come alive. And at that point, it's not to necessarily minimize your dreams, but you've got to be real with yourself, okay? We have to be able to ground our thoughts and move logically and practically in the 3D realm, okay? It's not to say you don't have to take the emotional aspect out of it, but there's a lot of, okay, if you don't have the skills now, well, where can you go get the skills? Okay, so you got to go back to school for a little bit. Okay, but don't you want that end goal? I mean, it's, if you want this, you got to get with that, and that's just what it comes down to. I also feel, give me a second though, because we got to move. I'm going through my book here. When we talk about how you can relieve yourself from this stress emotionally, it really comes to, with that Four of Cups, appreciating what you already have. I'm not saying don't dream big, but it's like, I really don't feel like this pile is taking credit for just how much they've changed and just how much they've went through. Five of Swords, you have accomplished a lot. It might look different to different people. Like I said, everybody's accomplishments might be different. It doesn't have to be a degree. I mean, it could be. You could be the first person that went to school. You could be the first person in your family that moved out. You could even have some, maybe you were codependent on somebody and you know you were able to make the switch. Death card, you've made a lot of big changes in your life. You have transformed yourself, okay? And that is transferring over into your finances and into your career. And for some of y'all, like, it's real, like, straight to the point. You guys have changed career, and it's just going to take time to get things off the ground. You know, you're starting fresh, in a sense. Give yourself a chance. But really, y'all, this pile doesn't take time to appreciate how far they've came. And a fixation on what you don't have, or, like, just where you think you should be, you're not really meant to move that fast right now with this Eight of Wands and this Knight of Wands being clarified by the Hierophant. This is calculated, measured, mature, and traditional ways of going about things, okay? So, like, if some of y'all are going to school, like, just home in on that traditional ways at this time. Not to say it won't change. This is not about cutting corners. This is traditional. This is someone probably going to school for a while. This is someone going through certain protocols to start their business. This is even somebody that is, like, not all businesses just do great in the first month. You know, they have to go through certain trials and tribulations in order to really make a name for themselves. Very traditional energy here, but I'm jumping ahead. So, with that Eight of Wands, this is the thing about this energy. Some of you guys might have something that you do right now where you can get money quick, but you can also lose money quick. You want more money. You don't want it to just be a quick back and forth where it's like, I got it and then I don't, okay? What I also want to tell y'all, if you have been wanting to advance yourself, The energy is in your favor. If some of you guys need to advance your skills by traveling, okay, because traveling is definitely in your favor. Whether that's traveling to a new school, taking a travel to learn skills, for those that are in the military or TDY, there's a lot of good energy around expansion. And there's money that can be used to expand your credentials. Now, this is what I will say. I'm not seeing a lot of energy around just having money to just spend on anything. No. The way it's coming through is spend money on what's going to advance you. So if the goal is to become, is to get a certain degree, spend the money necessary in order to put yourself in school or get books. If this has to do with a job, spend the money that you need, I don't know, to fill out an application or get the right clothes. For an internship. I keep going back to internship. I keep saying that. Or an interview. Whatever it is, there's like expansion here. This could be studying abroad. This could be taking a trip to, especially if you're super spiritual, sometimes you just got to get out the house. And it's intentional though. It's not just like a random trip. It's like getting out the house to go experience. This could be like a, why am I thinking of a sabbatical? I don't know. There's something here that it's like, where you travel there's skills that are going to be learned. It's like I said, studying abroad. It's something going on here. When it comes to where you guys are at right now with this Eight of Wands, the ball is in your court. What success you have at this time is really going to be determined on you. I don't feel like you guys are being asked to move impulsively, because impulsive movements or even getting into this funk where you just feel really down about where you are is not going to do anything but set you back and put you back in the same rotation. A lot of you guys get stuck on this part, okay? It's like you reach this contentment, you feel good about what you got going on, but then you cycle back to feeling less than, feeling like you got to do the most, and then it just puts you all the way back, and then here we are again, okay? So with this transformation being with this Death card, this to me, with this Death card and this Five of Swords, be cautious with your money right now. I feel like money should only be going towards, and this is not me telling you what to do. I know it sounds like that, but I'm just reading the cards. This is coming through as money needs to be going towards elevation, towards whatever this Hierophant represents to you, towards schooling. So this is not just random events, because some of you guys might currently be going through a situation where you're like, damn, like I was kind of misusing my finances. And I feel like basically relieving yourself, if we're talking about practical, this is just being very mature with how you spend your money and where it goes. Sometimes you're gonna have to tell friends like, hey, I can't go out. This is very mature energy. This is very, I'm changing how I view finances. I'm changing how I spend finances, and I'm making a effort to build myself, whether this is starting a savings account and being disciplined. Discipline is going to be really big with this pile, because y'all might have a lot of fire in y'all chart, or even a water. Like this could be, I don't know, discipline. There's like this, it's not that y'all lack discipline. Well, I ain't gonna say that. There is a lack of discipline here. Or there's like this energy of like, when y'all start to lack discipline, you get real dreamy. So this is like my real dreamy pile. You know what you want to do. You have big dreams, big goals. But when you're so much in like that cup energy, or like that Page of Cups energy, you know, and you're not grounding it in the 3D, there's a lot of, well, I could do this with this Seven of Cups. I could, you know, it's all this imagination, and that's great and all, but like, what is it? Like, what does that really mean if you're not able to put it in rotation for real life? Because, or I don't want to say real life like that, but in the 3D, because that's what's putting y'all back into this energy that I've already described with this Four of Wands, this Page of Swords. It's a lot of, damn, I should be farther. So why even put yourself through that? How about let's take the action necessary to progress, truly progress in the 3D, and then also, you know, keep ourselves with this Four of Cups balanced by understanding that our progression is good enough. But you got to really be progressing. Like where we're at now is not a dig towards your worth. This is all a part of your process. We have to Control, Alt, Delete whatever it is that I'm picking up on with this Four of Swords, Six of Cups, Page of Swords, and this Five of Cups. But I already talked about that. Transformation. Let me just read what I wrote here. Practical energies, conflicts, and money. Be cautious with finances. People may try to take advantage. Tight finances, budget. Okay, that's another thing. How you can relieve yourself. There is somebody in the chat that has, you could have family members. You could have, I don't know. This could even be friends. You know, this is only going to be for a few of you. It's like putting out money. Maybe you guys are that one friend that have, you know, you just have the money. So you like to spoil your friends. You like to take them out to eat. You're the one that be like, oh yeah, I got it. Or some of y'all got family that's always in y'all pockets. Boundaries. And I won't speak on that too much because I'm going to have to I'm gonna let y'all figure out how to set that boundary, okay? Now, when we go over to this Knight of Wands and this Hierophant, something that needs to be learned about money, Knight of Wands and the Hierophant, that to me is giving me very mature, practical energy, okay? Taking that passion and that impulse and being able to temper it out based off of logic and tradition, okay? Because you know what works. There's a traditional aspect here, okay? I feel like if anyone here has like a, I don't know why the word like delusion is coming through. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but someone here could need to mature their views on how money really works. Like, I keep hearing money doesn't grow on trees. And I think a lot of y'all know that. But there's like a real adult, like, okay, we got to really home in on what we need to do. That's just a part of the process. It's very traditional. It's very grounded. It's very practical. Spend wisely to advance necessary travels. This is where that travel comes in, okay? If y'all have any money that y'all want to put towards advancing, whether it's traveling, advancing your business, like actually like good investments, not just like spending money because you think this is gonna pop off, but like actually like calculated risk, it's in your favor. Mind expansions versus empty spending. So anything that's not going towards the end goal, whatever this world card is, this completion, this accomplishment, this degree, this end game, if it's not going towards that, it's like it's unnecessary. It's only going to put you guys in a rut. But I do understand that you guys are adults. With that Hierophant, that's good fortune. Safe and traditional, a skill, school, study abroad, side hustles, or financial products may not be best. So what I mean by that, because some of you guys do have a side hustle right now. If you get into a point, I'm not talking about the people that you've been doing this, like whatever you're doing, that side hustle, you probably was doing that back here. That's that Four of Wands energy. I'm talking about just starting something on a whim that you really don't even know how to do. That could be like Forex. I don't know, is it called Forex? I use that in pile 1. Them little schemes and pyramid schemes is jumping into something that you really don't know nothing about because there's this thirst for advancement. You guys like to speed up the process, okay? Even if someone told you, okay, it's going to take 6 seconds for that to download and to be done, you're like, okay. As soon as they turn their back, you're trying to figure out a way to make it 3 seconds. And it's like, it just doesn't work like that. Just don't work like that. I got to be real blunt with this pile. Avoid gambling at this time. This is not a good time to gamble on anything that doesn't fit into this Hierophant and this King of Swords. There's not a gambling energy. There's a calculated risk energy. You took all the precautions. It makes sense. And that's where I feel like with this pile, because this pile has a way of spinning the narrative. And trust me, I'm not judging y'all because I've been here before. This pile has a way of spinning the narrative to where they're like, well, you know, I could spend some money here because really, you know, if I go buy me some ice cream, or not even ice cream, let's say I could go get my nails done and spend XYZ on it, even though I just had my nails done last week, you know, because really that plays a part in my self-care, and that's gonna make me feel really good. And you just have this way of like making 2 + 6 = 100. It's like you have ways of like mixing it up to validate your spending. But if you really be real with yourself with this Hierophant and this King of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles, you'll see where the lie is, period. Damn. So y'all might be another pile that's meant to have a lot, because anytime I have to get this blunt, and I'm not even being as blunt as I want to be, that means like y'all meant to be in a big position, especially with that Emperor over here. I'm gonna be reading this. Take your time to, and you know, take that in while I get this. Ooh. So let's talk about this. When I asked, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, something you can change about the way you handle money. The Fool card, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So it's everything that I just said. I don't know what y'all spend money on, and I'm trying not to get too touchy about it because, you know, that's your fucking money. But I am seeing where the risk should be taken and where the money should be thrown at, okay, or where it should be thrown, falls in line with this King of Swords, this Queen of Pentacles, and this Hierophant, okay? And all of this is the end goal. I don't know what that is specifically. The only, like, without getting too complicated, the only thing I can really think of right now, not to say that this is it, but some of y'all want a degree. Some of y'all have dreams to move, have your house, or like move to a certain place, have a certain lifestyle. So if whatever's going on here, or like whatever the fuck, it's like we need you to only spend money towards that. If it's not about that, it's like you need to save that money. If it's not going towards your school books and, you know, your work, whatever the fuck, if this is not me, for example, if I was reading this for me, I'd be like, Paige, if you are not spending money on tarot cards or like books on Kindle to like spruce up your tarot skills, or certain courses that help you, or even like little editing programs, if it's not that, we don't need to be spending money on it. So if it's not something that's going to advance your channel or advance your skills as far as what you're doing, you don't need to be you need to hold back, okay? Because really this is the bread and the butter, okay? And then later on, once you get here with this World card, then hell yeah, y'all could blow it. I see that here, but just not right now. We have to get there first. Some of y'all getting so caught up in the dream that y'all think y'all there, and then that's where we start fucking up. It's like, no, we still got to get there. And then after that, you'll be fine. So let's see. Open to change job. Okay, so that's another thing. How you can create a better relationship with money. Some of you guys may need to be open to changing jobs, open to promoting, understanding with that Fool card that a new journey comes with new challenges. You know, don't just, you know, get all bogged down. You know, it comes with the level up. It comes with it, okay? It's like this Page of Swords is going to transfer over into this King of Swords, but it takes a lot to get up there. It's hella shit that comes with that, and it just is what it is. Capitalize on the opportunities with courage. When opportunities come to you, capitalize on them. Some of you guys have been avoiding taking a course. You keep seeing things pop up. Some of y'all could be a nail tech, okay, or a nail artist, okay, girl. I'm gonna tell y'all, well, I won't tell y'all right now, but anyway, there could be some courses that keep popping up. People offering, I don't know, little, I guess it would be that courses or like their classes to kind of teach you. This could be for hair. This could even be for tattoos with this sword. This could be something to do with surgery. Like this could be, some of you guys are into accounting. Like there's shit that you could be doing. There's shit that's being offered that can help spruce up your skills. Take it on. A traveling job, like I said, traveling social worker, yeah, it's scary, but so what? Don't you want to be great? Damn it, Power 2, don't you want to be fucking great? I also feel like some of you guys, where it applies, there is somebody or some type of entity that will fund this trip. This almost reminds me of the concept. So I'm a part of the Wounded Warrior program. So the Wounded Warrior program is for wounded vets, right? And they have all these functions that they could send us on, and they'll pay. Like they have one coming up that I feel like is in Vegas, and they pay for it. It's like an organization. So this could talk about like a scholarship. It's probably something I'm just not able to hit on because I haven't experienced it. But the thing I can say is like a scholarship or like a program that will assist you. Some of you guys, especially if it's anything, like some of you guys have an advantage when it comes to, I don't want to say it like that. That sounded so bad. How can I say it, Lord? Is that right? Is that correct? For example, there are scholarships for people who are Native American. Some scholarships that only apply for people that are African American. You just gotta look for it. Some of you guys are in a sorority. There's something attached to, it's like there's something that could work in your favor that's already attached to you, whether it's who you are, the color of your skin, your background, or just a connection that you have. Some of y'all already have connections. You might be in the military and have connections. There's connections already here. We have to utilize what we have. It's too much focusing on this bullshit with this 5 of Cups and what ain't, what is, what they got going on, instead of focusing on what you need to have going on and how you could be advancing. Period. That's it. Let me see. You have do it. Abundance, success, responsibility, practicality, and frugality with that Queen of Pentacles, okay? Just because you got it don't mean you need to spend it unless it's for the betterment of what it is that you're trying to do. Discipline, do what it takes. Whatever lifestyle you guys are trying to achieve, what comes with it is sacrifice, period. Now, what I will say is beautiful. Something in your life that's already abundant, honey. Some of you guys are in a fabulous relationship. You have a very prominent partner that's very supportive. Others of you, there's like this energy of falling back in love with life. You have a fresh chance. Even if you're kind of in the thick of the change, it has potential with this man holding a heart. We're in a place where maybe we did just recently came out of a divorce, but maybe it just got settled. So now we're in a place where we can start over. Maybe you just completed, I don't know why AA. Is it AAA? Maybe you just completed rehab, okay? It's like we're in a place where we can have a new perspective. And that's something to be like proud of, because whatever has happened to you, it was big, you know, it tested you, even if it just has to do with school. But whatever you've had going on, like some of you guys are even in a position where it's like, damn, I really dreamed about this. Where I'm at now is where I wasn't obviously before. Like there was one point in time where I feel like wherever you guys are at now, y'all was praying to be in this position because shit was probably not good. Y'all was praying for a second chance with this Judgment card. Y'all was praying to be seen. Y'all was praying to get a chance to put your skills out there. Some of you guys will be asked. I keep getting intern, do it. Please don't let fear just fuck with you. Please don't let fear fuck with you, okay? Might be a good opportunity to get some things under your belt. But also with this Hermit card, like, yeah, like you guys are in such a great position because there are things that you've learned, skills that you have. It's like a real redeeming type of energy. With this Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and Judgment, whatever this is gonna stick with you, and it's very prominent. You guys are very capable. We just have to put ourselves in a position to capitalize on that. But it's not gonna work if you guys don't believe that you can actually be somebody. Oh, that was deep. It's like, nah. But also under here with this World card, y'all recently just accomplished something. I'm not about to play with y'all. Page of Cups again. Now with the Page of Cups, this is a beautiful energy because I know you guys are very creative. You guys are dreamers, okay? You make shit happen. However, this could also be on the downside, someone who does a lot of dreaming, but they're not doing a lot of action. You're being asked to take action, okay? Yes, you've just achieved what you've achieved. You know, spend whatever time you need to like start to, you know, build up what you want to do next. But don't just be in that state of just feeling, oh, I really want to do that. Nah, do that shit. 2 at once, push shit in motion. You guys are in a position to do that, and that's where the abundance is. Now, moving forward, girl. When I asked about will money be coming in? Absolutely. But with that 10 of Wands, it's going to take some work. It ain't coming in, you know, with you just sitting there. This isn't giving passive income at this time. But I feel like as you move forward, honey, okay? Because when we look at that Hierophant and even just these other energies, it's a lot of promising, like genuine. Oh, what word is that, girl? I'm trying to read this word. Y'all see me trying to drag it out. I'm like, girl, you're writing promising energy around the future, dream job, okay? I see that here. Getting a degree, finishing challenges, enjoy the fruits of your labor, big purchase. Oh, hold on, think. Wait, I gotta see this. I can't stand, that's my boyfriend. Think. Oh, okay, yes, some of you guys have achieved a goal. This is not the energy where you just sit down and let that be the end. It's time to start thinking about what you want to do. But this is also not the time to be in the energy of thinking about what you want to do next and then just not doing it. They're like, we get it. We love your process. We love it, okay? But maybe you stay in one of these too long. It's like we accomplish something, then we're just basking in that and we just don't move after that. Or some of you guys get past that and y'all get stuck on this Page of Cups. It's a lot of, oh, I wish, oh, that feels so good to just think about if I was in that position, if, and it's like you get stuck there. We need you to be in this, not even to be stuck here with this Two of Wands. We need you to start planning. It's like, okay, I see that I want to do that, and I'm gonna go after it. This is actual action, okay? Yeah, we talked about this. Now also, moving on. This reading got deep. This reading I actually really like this reading. How can I create, no. That wasn't what I wanted to ask. Opportunities to consider. Okay, so when it comes to the opportunities, you guys will have multiple. You will have to use your discernment to see what fits, but there's a lot of like trial runs. Like there's a lot of, what is that called? I remember my sister was doing this. It's almost like they were like these, I don't know why I'm hearing gigs. Like some of you guys, you could even be a musician, you know? You might have to start small to get into the big, okay? With this Eight of Cups, might have to leave something behind so that you can go progress and be great. Projects to consider. Let me see the Seven of Cups. Oh, actually, so there's a lot coming down. There's a lot coming down with this Two of Pentacles. Hold on, let me remember. That's the thing. There is a lot that I feel like y'all could tap into that will be tempting, but back to that Seven of Cups, you're gonna have to be real with yourself and be like, okay, but is that leading me to this Emperor? If it's not, you're gonna have to walk away from it. Some of y'all might end up passing up on a little bit of money, but in the long term, it's gonna be worth it because it's wasting time and it's not going towards the end goal. But let me see. Let me actually put a little bit on that. Okay, so what is this pile's advice, since I can't remember what that card was? And then look at this. We also have action. That's what they want you to be. What's under here too? And in reverse, we have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, which I do believe is the heart chakra. Yeah, this is very like masculine energy, real logical type of vibes. So what is their overall advice? We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, they're like, whoever you are, you're very, like, whatever you do career and financially is very connected to your emotions. It's not necessarily a bad thing that you have these big dreams at all. Like, always dream big. But it's like, can we ground it, okay? They want you to have a more mature perspective. I do see a level up here with this Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. This could also be, maybe some of you guys do something in, I don't know, the food industry, the beauty industry. You have a job that plays a major part in making other people feel good. This could even be therapy. And this is, to me, is just a level up. Gaining certain experiences. Ooh, the Moon card. A lot of water. There could definitely be a water sign here. Diving deep, being real with yourself. And the Ace of Pentacles. Taking all of that watery energy and turning it into an Ace of Pentacles. How you gonna do that? I don't know. Y'all the magician, not me. You have the skill to do so. It's taking all that emotional energy and grounding it, Ace of Pentacles, into a seed that could actually grow in the 3D and not just in the 5D. Because we get it, you a billionaire, you rich in the 5D, but what about the 3D? Let's ground it here. So let's see. Girl, I don't know when that, I don't know when the camera went off. But let me just read these again because I don't know. We have strength. You need to stand up and have an opinion because in this case, yours is the only one that counts. This decision will have long-term effects on your future. Anger. Even though you are bursting inside, you need to remain calm, dig deep, and find the strength to activate the self-control that lies within you. Self-love. Self-love is not egotistical. It shows you and others that you are worthwhile and deserve love in all its many forms. The word strength came out twice. Also, I do believe 2 of these messages came out in the last pile. We also have confident. You confuse confidence with ego. There is no shame in confidence. It's about knowing who you are and what you want, and most importantly, having the courage to stand in your power. And then let me see if there's anything from this deck. Girl, I don't know when that cut off. Let's see. Ooh. We have go all in. That's crazy. Or get the fuck out. Period. But in a way that makes sense, okay? We also have open your mouth. Talk. Use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize, okay? And we have exhaustion at the bottom of the deck. Long and challenging as this journey is, it is worth the struggle. The results are long-term and worth every sacrifice made along the way, period, point blank. So yes, pile 2, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments. All right, so my last pile. It's a new day. So let me just tell y'all might have been drawn to a different pile. I won't say which one, but I do see some similarities here. However, I also am getting some very blunt. I don't think your reading's gonna be that long. I really just feel like there's just this real big 3D message where it's like pile 3. If they want to increase their finances, they have to make a conscious effort to like be better with their spending. Like there's some, I don't know if y'all have struggles with spending. I feel like when you're down and out, or let's say if you're going through something, you know, you like to have fun, you like to celebrate, you know, y'all could like martinis, y'all could like to go out and drink, to go out and splurge on coffee. There's a lot of spending money based off of emotions. You know, I feel like it makes you happy. Shopping sprees, you know, going out with friends with this 3 of Cups to go out to get something to eat. But it's like when you look back and try to like budget, or maybe when you look at your account, maybe things pop up randomly with the car. You're trying to see if you have some extra money saved. It's like, ugh. And even for some of you guys, I'm not gonna lie, some of you guys are in a fabulous position. Maybe not fabulous, but you know, you have success. You guys are working on something. I see that here. Some of you guys are, it's almost like this would be like pile 2 in a sense, but pile 2, I could tell they already achieved whatever they were going for, like a degree or something. Some of you guys are just still in the process, okay? Actually, before I go into any of this, well, no, let me finish my thought because I'm jumping ahead. But yeah, there's like this overindulgence, and there's this up and down when it comes to money. And if this pile was more mature or had, I don't know, a better sense of how finances work from a 3D perspective, y'all would do better. Like literally. Not to say that you guys are doing bad now, you know, this is going to be very blunt, but it's really giving financial literacy. There are some people in this group, I don't know, you could have grown up with money, so like it comes easy, or there's just this, there is this, I don't know, there's some type of disillusionment with this spread, but I also feel like there's this distorted view of money, how it works, how it comes in, how you maintain it, and that can go from different ways. You could have been someone that didn't grow up with money, or didn't grow up with a financially responsible parent, and you know, that passed over. Or this could even be like, you could have been grown up spoiled, and there's just like this abundance of money, so you don't really know how it works now that you're independent. And then for others of you, it's like none of that applies, but there's just this, you know, y'all might get money easy, you know, it comes, it goes, and it's not even whether you have the money that's the issue. It's just, I feel like your spiritual team is coming through. Like pile 3, you might not have an issue right now, but you could actually have more money in the bank if you just took time to put some away. So let's talk about it. Let me get my book ready. I've been doing this with every deck, okay? Taking notes, baby. Let me see where y'all at. The first thing that I want to talk about is right here. Where are you currently at financially as far as what I'm getting in the cards? So first of all, for some of you guys, you are in this place where it's funny because some of you, y'all might not even be really thinking about finances right now. Like, you might think about getting money, but to actually put a plan in place to kind of multiply that money in a responsible adult-like way, if you want to say that, you know, not everybody's like in that place. They might just be in this fun place where it's like, oh, you know, I'm doing what I need to do to stay comfortable, but you know, I'm not trying to pressure myself. And you know, that's cool. Some of you guys might be in that situation. Others of you, you are currently in the process of trying to work on finances or trying to achieve something with this world card being in reverse. Like maybe you're going for a degree. Maybe you're currently in the process of going through schooling, maybe even some financial counseling. You know, you're in the process. Whatever I want to say, or whatever it is that applies to this pile, I will say this. The thing about what y'all have been doing, there's this, I'm growing kind of tired. My momentum is kind of like going down. And I feel like with this pile, once the momentum goes down, how you guys band-aid it, it's going to look different for everyone, but I feel like it revolves money, okay? It revolves distractions. It revolves around going out with friends, overspending. It's almost like, you ever like met somebody that drinks and they don't know their limits because the alcohol like sneaks up on them, like right when they're really feeling good, they take that as, oh, I should drink more to really have this feeling, you know, to really feel this. But then by the time they do that, they're on their ass, puking, and the shit just does a whole 180. We're not having fun anymore, okay? Now I'm like real close to this toilet, so close. That's so crazy. I've been in that situation before, and it's so funny because my boyfriend knows, I do not do toilets. Fuck no, I do not do toilets. I don't like to clean the toilet. But honey, when I'm drunk, honey, I could give 2 fucks. My face will be so close. Well, if I'm throwing up, or just period when I'm throwing up. It's like you just don't care. So that's the thing. There's like this, and you'd have to identify this for yourself when it comes to finances. There's like something that can trigger this emotional response to how you spend, whether it's you like to have a good time, whether it's to band-aid whatever you're going through. There's a lot of, I don't want to say excuses for everyone, but there can be for some of y'all, excuses to go out and spend money. Now this is the thing. Back to this world card where you guys are right now. I wrote down emptiness, incomplete, lack of direction, feeling stagnancy, unhappy, close to achievement, keep going. Now with this Chariot card, we have this motivation coming in, this focus, this determination, this stamina. So really what it's coming down to, regardless of where y'all at, you know, some of y'all might be okay, but I feel like that okay, this is cool feeling is starting to wane for whoever I'm talking to. You guys are tired of being in a certain position, whether it's comfortable or not. You're like, I want more. And I feel like you guys are really at this point, for some of you guys, you're really trying to put yourself in a position to get more. Now that's crazy because we just switched energies. Like there was like this content energy, but then it switched over. But this is the thing that I feel like can happen with this pile. Once they start to get into this, like this good stamina, this motivation, I'm like, oh, I'm about to go get it. I'm about to get to the bag. Okay, I'm about to do this. If things do not go right for this person, it's like it instantly puts them in a place where it's almost like they're, what's the word? What is that fucking word? I'm really trying to think about it. I'm really trying, let me think. I don't got it, but basically it's almost like this energy where things, oh my gosh, it's a word for this, with this 3 of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune. It's almost giving me like a Neptune energy where things kind of get distorted, where we make a good a bad, or we start to see things for more than what they are, you know, real visualizing, real this. I don't know, there's like the perception around this situation can get distorted to the point where maybe y'all like, damn, like, you know, this could be this, right? This doesn't start off as toxic. For example, someone might be achieving something. Maybe you're doing real good in life. You know, I love a good self-care, celebrate yourself. I love that. But there's this vibe where it turns into a constant rotation and we don't progress after that. It's like, okay, well, I'm just celebrating myself. So I'm about to go get a massage. I'm about to go do this. I'm about to go do that. I'm about to go hang with friends. And instead of coming out of that and being like, okay, now it's back to business, it's like this constant rotation of making these excuses almost, or having these band-aids to be like, oh, well, I deserve this. And you know what, at the end of the day, y'all really do deserve to have fun. But it's like, we have to be able to catch it before it gets to a point where we're like sitting there and we're like, damn, like don't you want to feel good about having fun? You don't want to look back at it later and be like, damn, I probably shouldn't have spent that money. Or like, damn, I just drank all night and I was with friends and I ain't get nothing done. It's just like, with this pile, it's not necessarily like stopping completely. It's just finding a healthy balance. You know, too much of anything can become unhealthy. I also feel like there's something here. Let me just combine these with this 3 of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune, because this 3 of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune is representative of what is causing you issues, if there are any. We have social life, unnecessary spending, okay, lack of responsibility, changing cycles, okay. Some of you guys, because the Wheel of Fortune can talk about clinging on to control. This could even be bad luck. It can also talk about you guys having a hard time adapting. It could also talk about there's these money changes. So this is the thing. Whoever your team is, they're like, look, we don't want to take away from Pile 3's fabulous life. We want them to have fun. However, when shit hits the fan, when, you know, something goes haywire, when you want to go do something, when things actually have to get done, like, I don't know, a pipe breaks, or like something happens to your car, or, you know, if a bill pops up, you know, this pile, I'm almost getting this, like, it's like this Piscean energy that can come in that causes this fog. And you don't have to be a Pisces, it's just this fog that I'm picking up on that can kind of take your attention away from the reality of what y'all got going on. Overspending, then looking at your account and being like, damn, I didn't know I was that low. You know, even if you're not broke, it's just like, damn, you know, some of y'all are trying to put into your savings. So it's like being very aware and present. Okay, we're gonna get to that, and making intentional decisions when it comes to money. This pile can get real comfortable because money for y'all, it can come and it can go, and you know, that's cool and all, but some of y'all want it to be in a position where it's less going and it's just more coming and stacking. Okay, and I feel like that's why this pile can take it for granted sometimes, because you know, a lot of y'all probably got businesses, or you know, there's ways that y'all can get money. Some of you guys are on disability, because I was picking up on that over here with the 6 of Cups. You could have some type of gifting of money. I do see a good tax return coming in for this pile. We'll get to that. But even with that being said, it's like some of y'all like, ooh, okay, that's gonna be it. You know, there's some people, and y'all might be in the chat, you know, I don't even care. This is blunt. There are some people that like really, and I'm not talking about the people that have kids and like there's more of a like a mature sense where it's not taking advantage. I'm talking about there are people that will literally like not pay for this, not pay for that, or like overspend in an irresponsible way because they feel like when their taxes come, boom, that fixes everything. And that's cool and all, you know, it's other people's money, but y'all came to this reading, so I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm seeing in the cards. It's like there's a better way, there's a more responsible way for you guys to get the most out of your money without sacrificing, you know, being able to celebrate. So let me just get to this really quick. Let me open up my Kindle, girl, so I can look at these questions. I'm gonna let that simmer, like just sit on that for a second while I look this up. Okay, so when we go into the number 3, which is gonna be the 4 of Cups and the Death card, the question is, how can you relieve yourself from the stresses that I was just talking about? And really what it comes down to, it's just real shit without sugarcoating it. Making a conscious decision to be like, the shit has to change. That's really what it comes down to. This is a mentality, emotional interchange that has to happen. A change of how you look at money. 4 of Cups. Some of you guys, this came out in another reading. There's a lot of, I need to start looking around at what I have. And, you know, maybe even just, let me see, because at 4 of Cups, let me see, before I like go in on y'all. Before I go in on y'all, let me see what I wrote down, because I'm about to really go in. Hold on. Yes, 4 of Cups. Bettering your situation from a perspective that's mature instead of distracting, okay? Some of you guys, it's a lot of putting a Band-Aid on something instead of really dealing with the situation. For example, you might have issues with credit. This is just an example. Someone could have issues with their credit. They might have something in collections. However, instead of them dealing with the root issue, maybe trying to take, you know, whatever is out of collections, you know, pay that or do what they need to do, they instead focus on maybe some type of debt that they might have on their credit card to try to like pick up some points. That was probably a bad example. But what I'm saying is, it's like there's root causes here where it's like, okay, instead of us like band-aiding this and just, or even like, because I'm trying to think, with collections, don't you like just pay it off over time? And there's like a plan. Let me see. Because basically what I'm trying to say is, it's like instead of trying to band-aid it with whatever like you gotta pay, it's like pay that shit off. You got the money for it. It's like that's something I had to learn growing up, especially with credit cards, because my credit is really good. I would be like, you know what, what's the point of waiting and stalling something out unless it's for a real reason. Like some people will stall paying stuff or like not pay the full amount on their credit card because that's the plan. It's like they have money set aside and they're like planning to like elongate this and then pay at certain times so that it could boost, you know, and grow over time versus just, you know, paying all of it at once. But anyway, this girl, now we going down a whole nother road. I would have to tell myself, because I would be sitting on money and I'd be like, you know, I do have the money plus more to be able to pay off that whole credit card, but instead I think I just want to pay like $45 or just $200, and that's cool and all. Like I said, if there's a plan behind that or an intention behind that, that's cool. But for real, for me at that time or at those specific times, it was no intention. I just wanted to hold on to the money. So I'm like, well, P, like, what's the point? You might as well just pay it now so that you could just have this to spend. It's like almost doing the same damn thing. So that's something I had to change about my perspective. Also, I had to mature in how I view money. You know, we all could learn, because I would hold on to money. I think I've always had money. When I say money, y'all, I'm not talking about rich, but I worked a lot. Look, as a child, as if I'm not young. Anybody that know me know I always had a job, multiple jobs at once. I was very like focused, ambitious, which is why I'm so the fuck tired now. Honey, I'm tired, okay? I was very active with the money. Now I'm like, give me the passive income, okay? But yeah, so like money, the value of money to me, I just didn't understand it as a child, okay? Like, cause it was always there, you know, coming out of high school, the graduation, I got the graduation funds. I remember back in college, and this isn't a big deal, like I'm just trying to make a point here. This was when I was young, y'all, don't judge. But like, I remember like 20s, because I would carry money in my pocket, and I was younger, and like a 20 would fall out my pocket and someone would be like, oh girl, a 20 just fell out. And I'd be like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. What, bitch? Get that motherfucking money. It was just like this, and I was young. So there was just this lack of really understanding. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, if I would have just saved the money that I had, you ever think like that? Like, if I would have fucking saved the money, all the money I had over the years, instead of just spending it how I spent it, honey, I'd be in a better position. Especially when I went to Atlanta with my grandma. I gotta vent real quick. I went to Atlanta with my grandma and my mom, and my grandma, oh, you gotta watch my grandma, because she'll get you spending all your money. You know, she has a very like abundant perspective, which is probably who I got it from. And you know, it's cool to have this, but it has to be healthy. You know, she had room to do it. Me though, I went out there, she convinced me. I think I spent like $1,000 on accessories. Just whatever. I mean, I got it back. That's cool and all, but I like to be like, damn, that was $1,000 more I could have had, or I could have like flipped in some type of way if I would have just held on to it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what I just told you is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just trying to temper it out and bring that mature perspective in, that knowledge around what you're dealing with, and then also having the room to do what you want with your money, because at the end of the day, it's your money, but y'all could really have more money. Okay, moving on. Now, so with this death, we have cycles, beginnings, changes, initiate change or transformation. So that's what it's coming down to, not even trying to sugarcoat it. Like, when it comes to how to pull yourself out of any financial issues or stressors that you have, that I feel like it's not like dire for a lot of y'all. It might just be, you know, after the fact. It's like after you went out, you're like, damn, I told myself I wasn't gonna go out and eat. It's initiating the change necessary in order for you to put yourself in a better situation. For example, with this Page of Pentacles, this Page of Swords, and this Four of Swords, maybe seeking counseling financially, having a financial advisor, or even going on Google, learning information, sitting on information, okay, dissecting it, learning, and just being more cautious and intentional with where your funds go. Maybe even putting some of your monies into stocks or into certain investments. If you're gonna spend money, it's a lot of, with this Three of Wands, spend the money on things that are gonna put you in a more expansive place. What's your goal? Do some of y'all want a business? Do some of y'all want to start your own salon? Do some of you guys want to go to school? It's like, you know, do you want to start a trade? It's like, when it comes to money and the goal, it's like, put the money towards the goal. Think expansive. Think growing the money to reach the goal. Even if it's just to move out your parents' house or to move into your own apartment, it's like looking at money in that way, where it's trying to get you to an elevated position. This would be spending money on a college course, spending money on a trip that, I don't know, maybe you have to study abroad, you know. I don't know why the word sabbatical been coming through in this spread, but a lot of that. But anyway, Practical changes, managing responsibilities, and just managing your money. Now, with this fourth, where the fuck is my Kindle, girl? I'm looking around. Girl, you talking about, I swear I'm Houdini sometimes. Like, I can have something literally in my hand, and y'all know it. I can have something in my hand, it was just in my hand, and then, oh, that's why I didn't use my Kindle. I was using my phone. Okay, give me 1 second, because I got my Kindle on my phone. Something you can change about the way you handle money. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Four of Swords. Yeah, taking steps. Understanding that hard work is what helps you get to the bag. Study, retirement, stocks, bonds, and other financial products. This is studying ways to expand your money. And that's something I'm even learning about, like, you know, better ways that I could invest my money. Not just spend it, but invest it so that it can start investing into me. You know what I'm saying? And it could be overwhelming. That's something I still am learning, okay? Learn more. This is new knowledge around, this could even be buying properties for some of you guys, getting into the Airbnb. And some of you guys have taken an interest to that, like real estate, all of that. And it's like you need money to start yourself up. And then if we move over to this, how can you create a better relationship with money? I just feel like it's just changing how you view money. Hierophant. Okay, with that Hierophant, that's a very moral, very like traditional, very disciplined type of thinking when it comes to money. That Three of Wands is very expansive. That could be learning, that could be a career, that could be an internship, that could be yeah, I just keep getting this expansive learning, okay? Taking the time to be disciplined. This is almost reminding me of going to school, going to college, okay, taking a course, things like that. But it doesn't have to be like that for everyone. Established institution, okay? This is giving me like, if we're gonna run a business and do something that's business oriented, we're not just jumping on a whim. We're gonna make sure we do it right. We're gonna make sure that we have a legitimate business so that we can make legitimate money, okay? And take that how you wanna take it. You know, I'm not judging nobody for what they do, but with that Hierophant being there, this is very traditional, okay? This is very, I'm not saying that your necessary business has to be traditional, but when it comes to the practical side of your business, like the numbers and whatever else, okay, accounting, all that stuff, it's like traditional. We cannot forget that we are in the 3D when it comes to our money. Like, we cannot forget that business side for whoever it is that I'm talking to. This could also be like professionally, like someone going for a master's, associate's, bachelor's, doctorate, all of that, okay? It's just very mature energy. If we want to just like water it down, it really just comes down to that. This pile, I feel like y'all know what to do. It's just doing it. Now with this King of Cups, moving over to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? How can you create a better, oh shit, my bad. Okay, so the last one with the Three of Wands and the Hierophant was how you can, or something you can change about the way you handle money, okay? So we talked about that. And then this one is, how can I create a better relationship with money? We have the King of Cups in reverse and the Hangman. Some of y'all might drink a lot, or there's something that y'all indulge in that takes a lot of y'all money. And it doesn't have to be nothing too serious. It's just, you could actually have more money if y'all just cut back a little bit on that. Trust me, I'm not judging, okay? Because, honey, we all know when people like something, I keep going, okay? Like, once I like something, like, they gonna get my business for a long time, okay? Until I get tired of it. So, with the King of Cups being in reverse, this is controlling your spending, being more grounded with your spending, okay? Disconnecting the relationship of money to your emotions. So, this is like emotional spending, trying to disconnect that or ease up on that. And then with that Hangman, it's like the change, the sacrifice, changing your perspective. You see what I'm saying? It's very grounded, very straight to the point type of things that can change for you guys, okay? Or that can change the dynamic. Now, lastly, we have something in your life that's already abundant. Honey, something that's abundant in y'all life is, see, this is the type of pile. This is why I want y'all to turn it around now. Whatever is going on in your life, there's a lot of a second chance, okay? Or there's a lot of like, this is not something that is about to take you all the way out the game. Something that's abundant in your life right now is the fact that you have options, okay? You have options. You guys are in a position where it's not going to take you much to rebuild, as far as what I'm seeing. Like, you're in a position where we can change this around, okay, before it's too late to turn it around. All right, we do have the Six of Cups and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you guys get money. Some of you guys get money in a way of like gifting, because Six of Cups can talk about gifts, donations, returns, okay, money returns, okay? Some of you guys may even be in a position where you have to downsize. Maybe some of you had to move in with a roommate or move in with parents. Instead of looking at that like something to look down on yourself about, you know, use that to your advantage, okay? That's more ways that you could stack your money and save in other areas. So instead of just cruising and being comfortable, it's like, let's have a goal outside of this and let's stack the money. Let's use it to our advantage. We got somebody else paying the bills. You know, we pay the other half. Like, where's our other money going? You know, especially if you know you don't want to be in a situation. Could be the pile, and I get it. If you get low or if you get depressed, it can be like hard to pull yourself out of that. It's almost like when someone wants to lose weight, and if things aren't changing fast enough, instead of them going hard to, you know, really max it out and try to lose weight in an unhealthy way, in that way, they dial back. It's like the frustration tolerance is very low. So they dial it back and they're like, you know what, I'm just never gonna lose weight. So what do? They go get that donuts. They get everything that is going to lead them back to what they were trying to grow from. It's gonna put them right back. And that's the thing. Some of you guys might have, like, y'all might have issues with that. You know, I'm not judging because, honey, I've been there. All right. So I feel like with this pile, there's some advice about being more present. I also feel like it's good. There's a bigger reason why I feel like this is coming out now, because some of you guys, there will be some arguments with money, or some losses that you will go through with money. It doesn't have to be super major, but they're losses that you'll look back at and be like, damn, Four of Pentacles, if I would have just been a little bit more conservative with how I spent my money, or like used it in a certain way, been smarter, financial literacy, you know. If you don't know, it's like you can't really blame yourself, but you gotta go get that information to find out. There's a lot of like, if I knew better, I would have done better. But Judgment is underneath the deck, so that's another chance being given to you. But don't fumble this, okay? Because I do see some of y'all, what do they say? You cruising for a bruising. If this goes on too long being comfortable, you guys will learn a hard lesson. I'm just telling y'all right now. I see it all in the cards, especially with that Six of Cups and that Knight of Pentacles. Because if we turn that sour with that Six of Cups, and also with this Five of Wands, this Four of Wands, and this Seven of Pentacles, it can push you back into a position where now we're really having to fight to get money. We're in a place that we didn't want to be in. Now we really have to learn the hard way. You know, it's just going to be a very humbling experience. And sometimes you have to have that, okay? So budgeting would be really good. You guys are in a position where you guys can change this around before God's like, okay, all right, y'all want to listen? All right, I'm about to teach you a lesson. You also have this Four of Wands and this Five of Wands up here, Seven of Pentacles for just some sidebar messages. Let me see what I wrote down for those. Yeah, this is like, okay, especially with this Four of Wands and this Five of Wands. Now this is very specific. This won't be for everybody. Some of you guys just want more. You might not want to live with somebody right now. Or how do I want to say this? Maybe you're in a roommate situation and you're like, the goal is to get out. The goal is to do more. I just feel like a lot of you guys are on the sidelines wanting to do more. But you got to let go of the rope. Okay? You got to put yourself out in a position to where you can start to build, or you're always going to be stuck in kind of this stagnant energy. It's like, it's not even just stagnant, because it's almost like I'm just getting comfortable. Like, you guys have a lot going on. This is like someone that's real comfortable in their position, you know, but they always think about, well, what if I did have my own house, or what if I did move out of state, you know, but they don't ever do it, even though they could do it, because if they just, you know, took the extra money that they got and just saved it and was more responsible, they would be able to make that dream a reality. But, you know, that's where it comes down to having to want it for yourself, okay? I also feel like something that, if y'all really tap into this with the Knight of Pentacles, some of you guys, y'all either already have a connection with someone in your family, or like there's a connect here. There's something about networking, or even y'all And if it's y'all with this Knight of Pentacles, what I'm trying to say is like this Knight of Pentacles, they know. Once they tap into like learning, they're like a quick learner, okay? With this Knight of Pentacles. Even if it's the Knight, I'm still seeing someone that could be real methodical and very logical and very smart in what they do. And they're very disciplined. So in some capacity, some of y'all have that in you. Maybe we just lost it a little bit because maybe y'all went through a tough ass time and you're like, shit, I just want to have fun. But it's okay. We just got to reel it back just a little bit. Just like, okay? So that's what I'm seeing there. Let me pause this really quick. All right, pile 3. So I am so sorry. I did not realize that the camera battery had died midway, or just really cut out midway as I was about to do the last part of y'all reading. But I didn't want to end, you know, without showing y'all what came out. So these are just a list of the words and the phrases associated with them that ended up coming out prior to me ending your spread, okay? So take as much time as you need, honey, zoom if you need to. And then I'm just gonna end the spread here, you know? That concludes everything. Let me know down below in the comments if it resonated, and I will see you guys in my next, your next, our next reading.